Hello, and welcome to the podcast, Your Biz Story. This is Tom Sabo, your host. Your Biz Story examines small business in Northeast Ohio. You'll meet the owner, learn about the business products and services offered, how the business got started, the challenges a business owner faces, and many other aspects of running a small business. Whether you're a consumer, business owner, or have thought about opening a business, you'll thoroughly enjoy today's podcast. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to Your Biz Story. This is the podcast where we talk about small business in Northeast Ohio with the owners. We talk about how they either acquired or started the business. And we also hear some very interesting anecdotal stories, as I call them. I'm your host, Tom Sabo, and Sean is tucked away behind the screens there. He is our producer. This episode is produced at the Madison Public Library here in historic Madison, Ohio. So we thank them for their support. Today I want to welcome our guests, Jamie and Dave Petty. They are with the business Turf Pride, and they're at 9301 Hamilton Drive in Mentor, Ohio. So they're an interesting couple because they both work inside the business. They own Turf Pride Lawn Care. Dave is from Mentor, Ohio, and Jamie is from originally Marietta. And I'm trying to plan a cycling trip down to
Oh, you'll love it.
Marietta
It's very
someplace.
nice.
Yeah, sometime. Dave went to Mentor High School. He recently achieved the Goldman Sachs 10,000 Small Business Program. Jamie started high school in Willoughby South, and then she came over to the Cardinal side,
Yeah.
Mentor High School. And Dave started out with another lawn care service, and then he opened and started Turf Pride in 2002. They are 3 year in a row winners of the Fast Track 50, and you don't achieve that without some hard work. So, and we're going to talk about that also. Dave and all of his employees are licensed in the application of fertilizers and other chemicals that are used in treatment and care of your lawn. They have 2 children. Caleb is their QC manager, so you can see how it's truly a family-owned and run business. And their daughter, she works. Is it part-time?
Yes,
And
like on her days off.
handles your
Mhm.
social media activity.
Yep.
As a family, their hobbies are kayaking, hiking, although one of the family members is heavily into dirt biking. Another one is into pickleball, and they all love gardening. So, welcome to Your Biz Story.
Thank you for having
Thank
us
you.
How
here.
you guys doing?
Yeah, I
Doing
appreciate
good.
you having
Yeah.
us.
Thank you.
Good, good.
We're doing great because the sun's out and it's beautiful.
Yeah.
And our guys are working.
We're out running around.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, tell us, what is Turf Pride Lawn Care?
So, like you mentioned, we are family owned and operated. We go from like Euclid, Ohio to Geneva. We treat all the way down to Twinsburg area. We do fertilization, weed control. We do have a tree and shrub division where we take care of all your plants, your shrubbery. We do
Okay.
pre-emergent on the flower beds to keep the weeds out. We do flea and tick applications on your yard. We do mosquito treatments. So we're the whole compass of all the lawn care needs. We take care of all that for you so you don't have to take care of that. So
Okay.
And
Yeah.
one of those newer services, Mosquito, is really been a big service for us.
I'll bet.
You know, some people might be okay with weeds, but everybody hates mosquitoes.
yeah,
I personally, I couldn't sit outside and enjoy outside without getting bit up. So we'd be out there. They wouldn't bother her,
Yeah.
but they're attracted to me talking too much, maybe that carbon dioxide that draws them in.
And the hand movements.
But yeah, I couldn't sit out there more than an hour in the
Yeah.
evening. And I'm like, let's go inside. I'm getting eaten up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I can enjoy the evenings, and it's just
That's
amazing.
great.
It is
So
really
yeah,
nice.
we use some essential oils. It's called Ecovia, the product, and it keeps them away. And it takes a few treatments to really start working, but once it does, it really reduces the population.
Yeah.
That's great to
yeah.
know.
It is
That's
great.
really great to know. Most of the time, at least from my experience, you don't run into like a husband-wife team.
Yeah.
How do you guys handle that?
I think we have a pretty good work-life balance. We do work together all day, but we are in separate offices. I handle the customer service.
Okay.
I handle like all the bill paying. I write all the checks. I work along with my HR department with the employee relations. Dave runs all of the other side, ordering the products, taking care of the shipments, like all the applications. Like he runs that side of the business.
Okay.
So we do work really well together. And then we always brainstorm together. So like
Yeah.
after hours, we'll talk about what we could do better. Like this situation happened. Like we're really always trying to improve every day, and being together kind of helps that out.
Mm-hmm.
So the one thing I like to talk about is because our son works for us and so does our daughter.
Right.
So during the work hours, it's Dave and Jamie. They don't call us mom and dad. So after 5 o'clock, when we're off the
Interesting.
clock, it goes back to mom and dad. And if we have any issues during the day or whatnot, it stops at 5. You have to have that work-life balance.
Yeah.
So we go on trips together, like educational trips. So it's nice to have, if you have your family supportive in your business, it's really good to have that, so.
Yeah.
It's better than working for people you don't like.
Yeah.
Or with them, I think it's great. And our son, we never said to come into our business. We're like, go get
Oh,
experience
really?
elsewhere, but he had a desire to, so it worked out really well. And he brings a lot to the table in terms of
Good.
marketing and helping out with that, or spreadsheets. He's amazing at Excel and all that, or anytime we need help with that. So, and this year he's more of a quality control manager, like I said, doing lawn inspections, checking on the employees, making sure technicians, making sure they have what they need to succeed and all that.
Good.
Yeah, it's been great having him on board.
So you kind of handle I hate to use the term operational side,
Yeah.
but maybe the outside the brick walls operation.
Not necessarily.
No? Okay.
Well, that's kind of more of what our son is handling.
Okay.
I am more of I guess we would call like the visionary. I want to delegate as much as I can. If I'm doing
Smart,
it,
man.
Yeah.
I need to delegate that to
Yeah.
people that can even do it better than me. I noticed I used to wear too many hats. I was the chief everything officer.
Yeah.
And it gets to be overwhelming and too much. So I need to find people to delegate to that can take the ball and run with it, and they'll do a better job than I can when I'm juggling too many balls.
Yeah.
So
One of the other things that I've kind of learned in my business life is that somebody kind of needs to be at the tiller to kind of set the direction and yell at the people on the deck, tote that barge, lift that bale.
Yeah.
And as you said, kind of have a vision for where you're going to go.
sure.
And that can be a pretty rough job in itself, but it's an important job for the business.
Right. I would say that up until 2016, it was just Dave and I doing the applications, running the office. It was just the two of us because we thought hiring an employee would not give the customer the same experience they were getting from the two of us. So we read a book called The E-Myth. And everybody's like, read that book. We read it. And then, things happen. We had a family member that got super ill, and we saw how that changed their whole life, work, everything.
Yeah.
And if something were to happen to Dave or myself, who's going to continue? We had to have a streamline of people. So we really started to really focus on bringing in people, building a culture of excellence. So that's like our main focus. We just want to make sure that people were out doing this is just as good a job as we would be if we were not there. So if we're not in the office, I know my office staff will handle things exactly the way we would want it handled. So we've never lost that. We never lost what we were trying to build.
Yeah, that was my biggest worry early on. If I start hiring and bringing people on, then the quality is going to go downhill, because I never saw that in my industry. Of the larger companies had they had a cycle of employees all the time. They had customers leaving and canceling, and it was like they always focused on marketing, and our focus was on culture from the beginning, because I didn't want people. Never wanted that. So it was like, we'll stay small, and we'll just service these people really well. I would rather have the same technicians each time going out. I don't want to have to hire people every year. And we've been
Exactly.
fortunate with that, because we have this 100% returning employees this year,
Yeah.
which is unheard of in our industry.
Yeah.
We have 16 employees, and we want to retain them, but we keep them on year round. There's a lot of things we do that other companies aren't willing to do.
Give some examples of that, because establishing or changing or setting a corporate policy like that or culture can be a difficult thing to do. So what are some things that the two of you do to try and build and maintain that culture?
Well, our core values definitely starts there, and we got to hire the people that have that. We hire for attitude, because I've had people come to my office and want a job, but they have the experience. But if I don't feel that they have those core values, they're not going to work out with us. So we hire for attitude, and that's the start of it. And then we monitor that. We make sure the quality's good. We have an amazing program with our organic-based fertilizers that feed the soil and build the lawn, but we need those technicians that care about what they do, and they do the right thing every time, you know. And once you have that, it's a continuing process to maintain it. You know, we say it's like the foundation of a house.
Yeah.
It has to be strong in order to build up. So if we have that strong foundation and we always maintain it, then we can keep growing naturally. But a lot of our industry is marketing companies that happen to do lawn care. And there was a company that actually said that's what they are. We're a marketing company that happens to do lawn care. Well, we are a lawn care company that, we're concerned about quality and all that. So.
And the one thing that we noticed in our industry, a lot of companies only keep their employees from March to November. And so when they leave in November, they go on unemployment until March again.
Yeah.
So and then unemployment, they have to continuously look for a new job to keep getting their pay. So what happens, I might lose a great employee because someone came along and gave them a job today and they didn't want to be on unemployment. So we have really tried hard we have our employees stay 12 months a year now. So there's no break, and they're here. There's no turnaround. They're here every day. They have vacation time. They get holiday pay. We offer Roth IRAs now. We have full health benefits, vacation time, sick time. So what you would get with a larger company, and customers, like, it's hard to when people say, well, we're a premium company, but we care about our people that work for us. And that's they're out there doing everything. And we want to give them a great future and let them be able to buy a house, or, we're really invested in them.
I was overhearing some people talk a couple days ago, and one of the comments that was made was, well, you can't get a living wage. Okay. And I think that is probably, people just hear it too much and reiterate it too much.
Right.
Without, unless you wanted to talk about your wage scale, but it seems as though some of the benefits that you're talking about that you offer are important to people.
Correct.
And it may mean that it takes some of the worry off of them, and then they can just count on going home and enjoying their family.
Right. So we
Absolutely.
we do start above industry average pay, hourly pay. We also offer on top of the pay.
Production bonus.
So they get a production bonus. So
Ah.
they whatever they produce in the month, we have like 3 levels of technicians. So like entry level, and then there's second intermediate, and then there's advanced. So you get your production bonus based on what level you are. And they all have different standards. So like level 1 is like a brand new person out the door, and then 2 is like maybe a 2-year. So they all have different things they have to make criteria wise. License is one of them. So they get a percentage of what they produce every month, and it's a bonus every month. So they have a little skin in the game to do their job
Absolutely.
and do it right. This year we rolled out 4-day work weeks. So they work 4 10-hour days, and then everybody has Fridays off. So now they have a 3-day weekend. So they don't have to work 40 hours a week. We expect them to get their production numbers in for the day or for the week, and then they come back. So they might be out for 8 hours, come back, wash their truck, wash their machine, check in, and they're done. But they're still getting paid for that 10-hour shift. So we really want to break the stigma in this industry.
Yeah.
And we want to set the bar. Like, we want to be the bar that everybody has to compete with. Because I just feel like, and you have to understand, you're having strangers go in your backyard. They're on your property spraying the foundation. They're looking in windows. Like, I want my guys to be the best of the best,
Yeah.
or my ladies. We have female technicians too. So I want them to be the best of the best, and I want people to see our brand and go, that's who I want on my property. I
Good.
mean,
Yeah, if you have the same technician on your lawn each time, you get to know them, and that's what I wanted in the beginning, is
Yeah.
that personalized experience,
Yeah.
and that's what we gave customers when we were out together. And then, like, when she went into the office and I was just out treating, they're like, "Well, how come Jamie's not out treating my lawn?" They weren't happy about it.
Well, I can
They get to-
understand most of the guys asking that question.
Yeah.
you know.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
Where's Jamie?
I should have went into the office.
I will say, like during COVID, when we were
Yeah.
we were all on lockdown, our customers were so happy. They would like come to the window. They would want to talk to our technicians, have them come in for soup, and we're like, don't go in the house, you know, like, and they look forward to seeing
Yeah.
the face. And every
Yeah.
summer they're like, I hope I have so and so back. I'm like, yes, you still have that same person. So they do form a relationship, which is really nice.
Great.
That's the whole key of it, like building relationships with our customers. And we know not every customer is a fit for us. You know, if they want to cut out applications or do this and that, then they're probably not a good fit for us, because we want those results to be premium. Our flags on that lawn, our vans are wrapped, people see it, and that's how we grow. Because I had a customer too, was like, I just want one app in the spring, one in the fall. So you're going to have weeds and it's not going to be fed. You can't feed your lawn and starve it and feed it, you know.
Yeah.
That's okay. I don't care too much about the results, but we do.
Yeah.
Because that's our lawn. You know, we
Yeah.
want that to be the best of the best.
Exactly.
And that's one of those challenges too. You mentioned, like,
Yeah.
what could be a challenge, and educating the customer is a challenge to make sure they're working with us together to get those results.
So, how did all this get started?
So I was working for a corporate lawn service in the late 90s, in the late 1900s. Makes it sound really old.
Yeah.
But I noticed that there wasn't exceptional customer service. It was go, 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 produce, and that was it. So I started Turf Pride in 2002 to change that, to provide exceptional customer service. And it was zero money, zero investment. I had a limo job to fall back on, so I didn't just quit and struggle. Jamie was working for Kohl's as store secretary, so we had insurance and all that. But I was passing out flyers. You know, I counted the streets in Willowick, 150 houses on one street on 330th, and I just walk streets and pass out flyers, and that didn't work because the phone didn't ring. Nobody knew who Turf Pride was. So I got the Haynes directory from the library. I don't know, he probably knows what the Haynes directory is.
Sean would know, yeah.
And I made the copies of that. So it gave me name, address, and phone number. And I passed the flyers out in maybe more affluent neighborhoods. And then I would make phone calls. Hey, I'm Dave. I just started a company called Turf Bride, this and that. And a lot of hang-ups and no's and stop calling me. But I think I had maybe 11 or 12 customers the first year. And it was a struggle. It sure was.
Many times I'm like, can you just stop and go back? Like I wasn't like not his cheerleader, but I was like, oh, but then somehow it just all kind of clicked and it all, came together. And now this is our 24th year. So our son, who's the quality control manager, was a baby when we started. So he's grown up in the business.
Yeah.
Coming in the summertime. He would help when he was in college. He would come back in the summertime. So he's always been around. I mean, knows nothing different than our lawn care.
And that's interesting too, because I've seen a lot of businesses where mom or dad start a business, they build it and they build it and they build it, and they go to turn it over to the kids, and either it tanks or they say, I don't want it.
Right.
I don't want it.
Yeah.
So
I think it's because, the owner protects everything. Yeah, and make sure, because especially when you start it from the ground up and struggle to grow it and maintain it, you want to protect and perfect anything you can in that
they
company.
don't call it sweat equity for nothing,
No,
do they?
Right.
no,
Right.
no.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's what it was. A lot of sweat equity. No loan. No one would give us a loan.
But you think about like small businesses, we're the heart of the community. We're the ones putting, paying for the back of the sports jerseys or putting banners up at soccer fields. Like that's what we do. But we've had customers that have been around since the day we started. And I love when I talk to them because I'm like, oh my gosh, you've been our customer since, 2022 or whatever. And they're like, oh, we wouldn't go anywhere else,
2002.
2002, yeah. So, I mean, it's great to see those names, or a customer that I used to treat. I'm like, oh, they're still a customer. It's awesome, So
It's gonna make you feel good.
it does. It does.
It does, yeah.
And it's,
warm and
when
fuzzy.
people switch companies, maybe they'll be with us for a year and then they'll switch to a big shiny offer or something, and then they come back because they're like, you were right. And we're trying to get that, across to people, educate them. And,
Yeah. We all our technicians are licensed. They don't have to be. A lot of companies don't have their technicians licensed. They could work under the company license
Right.
forever.
Yeah.
But it provides that level of knowledge and expertise, so it provides value. They could diagnose any issues in the lawn, and then we continue with ongoing training. We just finished up our spring training, which was like a week and a half. And every time we have all these returning technicians, we can get more in depth with the products, how they work, what benefits they have, how to diagnose certain diseases and all this stuff. But it creates value for the customer, and
That's what it's all about.
and they don't leave. Usually, if they do leave for that shiny offer you were talking about, we always say they'll be back, because you don't know. A lot of people will think that all lawn care companies are the same, and we try to educate them on how different they are. But sometimes it takes them seeing it themselves. There's an issue, they call us, we answer. A lot of companies have call centers that are out of state.
Yep.
A lot of these locally owned companies are actually owned by private equity now. Private equities come into our industry really strong and acquired a lot of lawn care companies that people don't even know.
Yeah.
Because they're trying to run it the same. They'll find out eventually when service starts to decline and all that. But
Okay. So it sounds all well and good. You're humming along. What do you see as the challenges? What's coming up that maybe causes some concern for you?
yeah, well, recently I got an email about the situation in Iran, because that's causing some issue with nitrogen, urea, and all that stuff that's derived, and so it's going to upset global supply chain and all that. And it's not going to affect us a lot. It might a little bit, with the price of that, but with our organic based products, we won't see as much of an issue as a company that was using
Okay.
full synthetic high nitrogen products. But I could foresee that some of those customers might see a surcharge in the summer if this really creates
Continues.
Especially the
this-
gas
the scare that we're
prices.
seeing now. If it creates those issues, that's a possibility. But we're always looking to see what's going on and how it's going to affect our company.
Okay.
COVID, and that was a huge effect to our company.
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah.
I used to order a truckload of fertilizer and it was there in 2 days, and then it was like, well, how soon
Weeks.
do you need this? How much do you need? Because I wasn't getting the product. So
Yeah.
a lot of things could affect
It's
trucking,
right.
affects it, fuel, and
and
all that.
a lot of things like you don't think about, like the behind the scenes. So like the bag our fertilizer goes into, like that plant might have been shut down for something. So then we have to find a place for our fertilizer. They have to find a new place. It's just all these pieces that go into everything, And during COVID, it was the worst because they shut down that factory that made the bags that our fertilizer went into. What are we going to do? And like Dave said, we'd be like, we need fertilizer. We're out. And our supplier would be like, we can get you a pallet. And we're like, that's going to get us a day,
Yeah.
So it got a little iffy. Now we learn our lesson. So now we buy fertilizer in large quantities so that we never hopefully have to run into that situation again in the future. But
Yeah, those are minor challenges sometimes, but every business has a multitude of challenges.
Yeah.
yeah,
So
Yeah.
that keep you up at night.
yeah.
It kind of makes it exciting, but yeah, it also you lose sleep over something sometimes.
Of course you do.
But yeah, I'm really excited about this year. We're implementing a lot of new things. It's 2022. We did a revitalization of a park with Project Evergreen. It's called Helen Simpson Park in Cleveland. And we planted trees, we mulched beds, all the stuff that we really don't do a service, but we donate our time and services and volunteer for it. And this year we're going to revitalize it. So it'll be good to
In
be
April.
back at that park and help out again to the community.
Good.
So we're looking
Good,
forward
good,
to
good.
that. And our employees really, they take pride in doing that
Yeah.
as well. giving
And that's
back.
important. That is that that the boots on the ground feel that way, take pride in things, and that's when you kind of don't have to worry so much. You can relax a little bit, knowing that that's going on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, that's terrific. Well, I want to thank you both for coming in.
Thank
I
you.
hope you enjoyed
Yeah, I
the
appreciate
session.
Yeah.
So this is Jamie and Dave Petty of Turf Pride. You can learn more about them on their website, and that is turfpridelawn.care.com. If you need to check out their office area or their facilities, they're at 9301 Hamilton Drive in Mentor, Ohio. So they also have their phone number is 440-516-8873. So I want to invite both of our listeners
You're going to get some clout now, I'll tell you what.
to give some thought to supporting Dave and Jamie. Check them out. Give them a call next time you think about lawn care. And if you want to see other episodes of Your Biz Story, you can do so at tom-sabo.com/podcast. And we're also available on Spotify, Pandora, Apple, and many other streaming services. So again, you can check out Turf Pride at turfpridelawn.care.com. And I want to thank the folks here at Madison Public Library for letting us come into their studio. So check them out at www.madison-library.info. So thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. Thanks, Jamie and Dave, for coming in.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
And we'll look forward to meeting with you again. So check us out. Thank you.
Thank you.